Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. We're just waiting for the right time. 2 o'clock will be, hopefully we can start by 2 sharp. But if we still have few attendees, we'll be waiting for a few more minutes.
Hi, Pauline. Good
Hi,
afternoon,
Ifran. Good afternoon.
good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, so maybe Ifran, we can share some videos
Sure,
while we wait for a few more attendees.
sure.
But how are you? How are things?
Good, good, good. How are you?
Great. Hopefully there's no more earthquake.
Yeah,
We've been experiencing back to back from north to southern part of the Philippines. There are still some areas that are affected. Cebu is still experiencing, and even Davao, they're still
wow.
experiencing aftershock
Yeah,
from the previous strong earthquakes that hit their cities.
right, right. And also a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago, you've had like hurricane. Yeah,
Yes. So September, October is pretty typhoon season for
yeah,
Philippines.
yeah,
So I can't imagine the people in Cebu, they experience typhoon and then earthquake and then typhoon again.
yeah.
Very, very bad.
Sorry to hear that.
I know. Okay. I just allowed you to
Sure.
share everything that you need to share for this webinar.
Let me.
Welcome to Sydney Polytechnic Institute,
Oh,
where your journey starts here. Our Bachelor of Computing is designed. Welcome to Sydney Polytechnic Institute, where your journey starts here. Our Bachelor of Computing is designed for future innovators, problem solvers, and industry leaders. If starting your job search feels like an endless loop, you're not alone. Every job asks for experience, but where do you get it? We've created a degree that tackles this challenge head on. By the time you graduate, you'll have the fundamental knowledge, essential skills, and real workplace experience you need to succeed. Across 144 credit points, the Bachelor of Computing takes you through core units, a flexible career pathways stream, and a simulated consultancy stream. How does this program work? First, choose your desired role early, then build your expertise year by year. Our approved specializations include software engineer, security engineer, cloud engineer, data engineer, web developer, UX designer, and AI engineer, giving you the chance to align your studies with your career goal. If you have another role in mind, speak with us, and we'll guide you through the approval process. You'll develop entry-level skills in year 1, progress to mid-level capabilities in year 2, and graduate with senior-level expertise in year 3. You don't just complete a degree, you graduate with experience. This way, you'll know exactly what skills your dream job requires and how to prepare yourself to be the professional that industry employers are looking for. For example, Amy wants to become a software engineer. Early in the course, she selects software engineer as her career pathway role. In year 1, she builds junior level skills. In year 2, she advances to mid level, and by year 3, she is operating at a senior level. Because the program mirrors real workplace progression, Amy graduates with the equivalent of 3 years of software engineering experience. In short, the Bachelor of Computing at SPI gives you 3 years of practical, workplace aligned experience, setting you up for a strong career future. Engineering roles in Sydney offer highly competitive salaries, with most averaging above 120,000 Australian dollars per year. Specialized areas such as security, data, cloud, and AI engineering often attract even higher salaries, with senior positions exceeding 180,000 Australian dollars. This strong earning potential reflects the growing demand for technical expertise across industries. Beyond the pay, these roles offer clear pathways for career growth and professional development. Pursuing an engineering career in Sydney with SPI means securing both financial reward and long-term opportunity. Turn ambition into opportunity. Start your Bachelor of Computing journey today.
We are already seeing some of our attendees, and I believe that some of their colleagues will be joining in as we start, and we don't want to um, take too much of everyone's time. I know it's midweek, it's very busy, but thank you so much. So again, guys, good afternoon. This is our another webinar from Yes Education for our Philippine agents, and this afternoon we'll be featuring one of the institutions in Australia, Sydney Polytechnic Institute, and we have here Mr. Irfan Sukma. So the floor is yours, Irfan. And for our attendees, any um, questions, clarifications, just feel free to chat on our chat box or even put it on the Q&A box, and we'll be answering everything one by one later.
Thank you, Pauline. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all good. And let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen okay?
All good, Irfan.
Okay, so today's session is very, very brief because most of our programs are into IT and then engineering, and we have also a vocational programs. So basically, SPI, we have 4 level in one building, and we have 3 different institutions in one building. So on the 4th floor, we have Sydney Polytechnic Institute, and then on the 3rd floor, we have SITE, or Sydney Institute Technology and Engineering, and then on the 2nd floor, we have Australasia Technology Institute, and then on the first floor, we have ELICOS, or English Program Center. So basically, location-wise, we are in the Haymarket Street, really Sydney CBD, and then it's in Chinatown, just across the TAFE, New South Wales. So location-wise, we're very, very accessible. Whereas looking for a part-time job is very easy to get in Sydney CBD, and then there's a bit weakness with the accommodation because it's kind of expensive in the Sydney CBD. But the option is either in the Chinatown and then or the nearest city. It's like 3 minutes from the Chinatown. There's another like a Sydney. What is it? Sydney. Not suburb, but it's in like only 3 minutes from the Chinatown. It's more affordable in terms of accommodation. So with the first Sydney Polytechnic Institute, I'm going to highlight a couple of things. Number one is 4.9 student satisfaction in a Google, and then also a visa grant rate. Last May, we have 94% for international student visa grant rate, which is very, very good. Before, for the offshore students, we recruited students mostly from China, Vietnam, Thailand, Mongolia, Cambodia, and then the Philippines. So I kind of knew in this role because I just joined Sydney Polytechnic Institute like 3 months ago, covering Indonesia, Malaysia, and also the Philippines. So basically, they recruited Philippine student before. Right now, I'm also handling or covering the Philippines market. This one is Rob Rob Forrest is one of UNSW Global seniors for the last 10 years. And then last May, he joined Sydney Polytechnic Institute as our CEO. So if everyone knows about Rob Forrest, yes, now he is our CEO since last May. And couple of activities that I can show you in this slide. Since our curriculum is 50% more into practical, so a lot of happenings every week in a campus. And with the Sydney Polytechnic Institute, we only have two programs at the moment, and both of them are, PR pathway. First is Bachelor of Computing, and then Master of Data Science and AI in specialization. So I'm going to highlight the difference between Bachelor of Computing, IT, and Computer Science. So as we know, as we all know, that mostly IT is very famous for the last 10 years, but now for the last 2 years, I have received a lot of updates that Bachelor of IT is kind of struggling. I mean, Bachelor of IT graduates are kind of struggling when getting a good job and then applying for the PR. Why? Because the government, Australian government, for the last 2 years, they need more like software engineering, cybersecurity, AI, data science graduates rather than just the regular IT. So that what makes Bachelor of Computing more relatable in terms of getting the good jobs. As we can see here, the outcome from Bachelor of Computing graduates is 90,000 annual salary, while in a Bachelor of IT is 70,000. So that's a big difference between Bachelor of Computing graduates and IT graduates. Of course, there is a computer science, like on the top level, but in the other side, studying computer science is very, very challenging, very challenging. They still need to study psychics, and then also math, and then chemistry. But in a Bachelor of Computing, there's only one math, and then software engineering, AI, and then data science, and so on. So both of Bachelor of Computing and Computer Science are very on-demand job in Australia for the last 2 years, and I believe for the next 5-10 years, Bachelor of Computing and Computer Science will also on-demand job in Australia. I'm not saying here Bachelor of IT is not good, right? But then the world is changing, the world is evolving. So what the Australian government needs now is more into like software engineering, data engineering, AI, cybersecurity, and so on. So we need to follow this advice from the Australian government. So we need to also advise or educate the students who wants to pursue like a good career and a PR pathway in Australia. Same thing with the Master of Data Science. As a matter of fact, we are the only private institution at the moment that have a Master of Data Science AI accredited in Australia. If we can see, most of the institution that have a Master of Data Science and AI, all of them are public university or institutions. We're the only private institutions at the moment. And then with the, I want to also highlight the Master of Data Science and Master of IT. Again, I'm not saying Master of IT is not good, but the outcome is also different between Master of Data Science and Master of IT. For the average salary income annually, Master of Data Science is 110,000, while Master of IT is 90,000. So both of programs are good, But then again, the Australian government, what the Australian government needs at the moment until the next 5-10 years is more into like AI, data science, cybersecurity. So hopefully we can promote this as a one of um, IT program, but this one is more relatable with what Australian government needed as we speak. For the intake, with Bachelor of Computing and Master of Data Science or AI, we have 3 different intake every year. We have, for the Bachelor of Computing, we have February, July, and October. But for the Master of Data Science, we have March, July, or October. Both are in the same building. For the Bachelor of Computing, entry requirements, we need year 12 and IELTS 6.5. While Master of Data Science AI, we need GPA 3.0 from the bachelor's background, and IELTS also 6.5. Now we go to the third floor, Sydney Institute of Technology and Engineering. This one is one of the very on-demand program in Australia. There's very little institution have this kind of program. So that's why at the same time, market is really demand on these graduates, but the outcome is still very little in Australia. So this is going to be a very good opportunity for us to promote the Bachelor of Engineering honors 4 years in networking and IoT. This program is very challenging, I have to say, because the student will study in a mathematics and then psychics and then engineering, digital. So, but the outcome when the student graduates from this program, pretty much they will have like a broader career in Australia, because the market is very high from this program, but then the output or the outcome from these graduates are still very, very little in Australia. Very good opportunity for international students who are taking this program, because this is one of on-demand job in Australia. Of course, we have facilities, great labs, and then also couple of lecturers, professors, where some of them are very familiar in Australia. So I think the international students will have a good lesson from all these professors and lecturers. We have also recognized by the Washington Accord, while the students, when they graduate from this program, if they want to move or work in UK, US, and Canada, they will be recognized because we have a Washington Accord recognition. The intake for this one, Bachelor of Engineering honors 4 years, and then the Bachelor of Networking IoT 3 years. We have 2 intakes, April and September. After the scholarship, 20% from 30,600 will be 24,900. And entry requirement for this one, from year 12, we need 6.5 IELTS, and then good STEM marks like math, and then biology, chemistry, and then psychics. So for this one is very, very affordable. As we all know, most of the engineering honors 4 years program in Australia, most of the time, the tuition fee is above 40,000-50,000 per year, but we have only 24,900 after the scholarship. And then we're going to the second floor. So we have Australasia Technology Institute, where I'm going to highlight these 2 programs, early childhood and aged care. As we all know, both of these programs PR pathway, definitely. But then there's a tricky entry requirement for this one. We need one maximum 1 year gap from the year 12 graduates because you know based on the experience they will get visa rejection if they have more than 1 year gap. So that's why we need to have maximum 1 year gap from year 12 graduates. But if they have relevant work experience 2 years 3 years after they graduate from year 12, we can still process the applications, but make sure they have related work experience. The tuition fee for certificate 3 and diploma early childhood is very, very affordable with the duration of 2.5 years program. From 30,000 will be 25,000 for 2.5 years study. So it's 2,500 per term. And also with the certificate 3 and certificate for age care, also similar, from 30,000 will be 25,000 for 2.5 years duration study. So it's 2,500 per term. Or the other option would be certificate 3 and then diploma of community services. So with this program, vocational program, we really hope that we have or we get a genuine student for this one, because this is like I would say easy to study, but then the entry requirement again is kind of tricky because we want to have a lot of successful applicants for this program. It's a because it's a easy study again. We need minimum IELTS 5.5, but if we can do 6.0 for the IELTS, that will be so much better. It's not for us, but for the immigration. So I don't know about in the Philippines, but in Indonesia, Australian immigration, they kind of looking at 6.0 for all program. I mean, even though students applying for the vocational program, but the immigration tend to look at 6.0 as the bare minimum for the IELTS. So if we can do 6.0 for the IELTS, they will be so much better. If they can't, they can have they can package the program or the courses with ALICOS. For this one, we have 4 different intakes in a year. We have January and then April, July, and October intake. Again, this one is very good program. We have internship 360 hours for the total 2.5 years, and then also they have the opportunity also to get a sponsorship, mostly from our industry partners. So again, this one is a good program. I'm going to open the floor for the questions. If there is any questions, let me know.
Oh, that was quick, Irfan, but thank you for sharing. Yes, we actually do have a few questions here. So number one is, can a student shift to computing if they struggle in computer science? I think the agent is asking, once the student is already on shore
Yeah,
taking computer science. Is it
yeah,
possible?
possible, very possible, very
Okay.
possible. What semester or trimester they are now? I think for the first trimester or second trimester, they have a couple of similarity subjects from the computer science and Bachelor of Computing. So if we can do credit transfer also.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that one. And this one is again for information technology. Can they apply for Masters of Data Science without any work experiences from the past?
If they have related background from the bachelor, they can.
Mm-hmm.
Um, without any work experience, they can. But if they don't have like a similar background or IT background from the bachelor's degree, we hope that they have like a related work experience. But if they don't, still, I'm not saying I don't have a right to say no to every
Mm-hmm.
applications or every applicants, but we can give it a try. Let's give it a try.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just definitely just the student needs to discuss on his or her GS about
Correct.
the
Correct.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Oh, this one, very common questions from the Philippines. Are there any limit of age for your vocational programs?
Well, until now, we are following the procedures, Pauline, to be
Okay.
honest. Um, one of the reason because we are in level two institutions at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and we want to maintain that level, so we can get a better outcome, especially with the visa grant, right? Because that's very important. So as we speak, um, I'm always got told by the admission team, you know, um, just follow the procedures at the moment. For example, for the bachelor's, maximum we can process it if they maximum 25, but it's better if they're under 25. Of course, we need to see case by case, especially if they applying for certain course they that requires a work experience. Then we need to be able to provide that kind of requirements. And then for the vet, hopefully um, they don't have any like a long gap year
Mm.
because especially for the early childhood and aged care, again, those two are PR pathway program and easy to study with. But then, entry requirements is kind of tricky.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not is not us, but the immigration will see if there's any, you know, um, um, I would say unregular experience or requirements from the international students. So it's kind of tricky. But again, I don't have a like a right to reject to say no, but we can give it a try as long as you or the agent partners are very sure or positive about the profile, then we can give it a try. But because you all probably know better than me, if the profile is good, then let's give it a try. Let's give it a try.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that makes sense, Irfan. So with actually this question came from me. How do we when it comes to scholarship, is
Yeah,
it automatically being assessed once we submit the application?
yeah, definitely. As long as the student meet the entry requirements, they will
Mm-hmm.
automatically get the scholarship. In fact, I have just one recently. The student is already there. This October intake. Well, we need mostly for the Bachelor of Computing and then Bachelor of Engineering. We need minimum 80 average from their year 12. I had one just recently, but thank God he's there already. His average is only 74. But then, well, theoretically, um, the academic team won't receive the student, and then if they receive, they won't get any scholarship. But then um, I fought. I met the academic director 3 times to give them the chance because I believe um, there's always a way. There's always a way. So you don't worry if the academic requirement not really meet the entry requirement. I will fight for your students. I'm not just gonna, leave it there, but I'm gonna fight for every students because this is my students, and I believe everyone has the right, have the same chance to study. So no worries.
Thank you for that one. And Irfan, when it comes to financial documents, as you know, we're still on level 3. So is financial documents required upon initial submission?
Well, yes and no.
Okay.
It's not us, but I believe the immigration will
Yeah.
ask, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Because you're in level 3. But so far, we didn't ask for the financial statement at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but better if the agent's partner if the agent partners prepare for the bank statement or financial statement, because the immigration will ask anyway.
Okay. Sorry, to clear that one, SPI won't be asking
Won't
for
be asking.
financial
Yeah,
documents.
yeah,
Okay.
at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for clearing that one. And last, I'm just curious, is there a huge decrease for vocational programs from SPI when we're talking about visa grants?
The what?
Like
Sorry.
visa refusals? Are there like an increase of visa refusals for your vocational programs?
Okay. So far, for the update, um, one or two. So not
Okay.
many. So that's why we need to maintain our level 2
Yeah.
institutions. Um, I've I got 2 times rejected already from the application, from the admission.
Mm-hmm.
I've like a kind of mature students getting the vocational, but then the admission say no. So yeah, seems like the admission team is you know uh, I would say kind of strict, but
Mm-hmm.
it still can be discussion also at the same time, you know when they say no, and then I would say why, and they explain this. If this makes sense to me, then
Mm-hmm.
okay, I have to admit that this application is not very genuine. But if I think this one still can be manageable, I will fight for it. So
Yeah.
yeah, the admission team will say no to um, kind of not genuine um, applications. So they won't have a rejection in an immigration level. So they will be good.
Right. Um, okay, are there, oh, yep. There are few more questions here. Do you accept students with dependents?
Yes, of course. Yeah,
Whether it's de facto or married couples,
yeah,
or you're okay.
yeah.
Sure. And oh, this one, another common questions. Students with previous visa refusals, can they apply?
With the student visa, it's very challenging. But with the
Yes.
tourist visa rejection, we still can process.
Okay. That makes sense. Another one. Okay, is there a trend in the visa? Oh, okay. This is a good question. Is there a
Mhm.
trend in the visa refusal reasons for your institution, and which countries are the visa refusals from?
Okay. So there's not too many, to be honest, at the moment, until last May, the update that I received. Sorry, I think last month I also received the update. We have 99% visa grant rate from international students. 99%. So it's very, very good. Again, mostly we are recruited international students from China, Philippines, and then Thailand, Vietnam, Mongolia, very little from Nepal, India, Bangladesh, very, very little. So mostly, I think one of the focus from our institution is we are kind of focusing in Southeast Asia region, Poland.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
at the moment.
And I believe the immigration is really putting their resources to Southeast Asia when it comes to international studies.
Correct, correct. I
Yeah.
agree. So that's why we are, yeah, trying so hard to maintain our level 2
Right.
institution.
Yeah.
So that's why we kind of focusing now in Southeast Asia, and we are controlling international students from subcontinent.
Yes, yes, which really makes sense. And yeah, because of the reasons from immigration, I think I know we're still on level 3, guys.
Yeah,
But yeah, it just makes sense now that even because from immigration, they're putting their resources to Southeast Asia, and this amazing providers are putting their resources as well
right,
to
right,
and Philippines being one of the sea regions. So it's still nice to give the right information to our potential students.
right.
And definitely we've been here countless of times, level 2, 3, and
Yeah,
our agents are really good when it comes to counseling, giving the right information
yeah,
to their students. We we have another question. Do you have discount rates for package courses?
yeah. I also had one student is already there, so he was applying for the batch of computing, but then since he only have 6.0 IELTS, so he's packaging with the diploma IT and then bachelor of computing. He's already there. And another one is certificate 3 and diploma early childhood. His IELTS only 4.5. And he's taking an ELICOS 20 weeks and he's already there also. All good.
Mm. And for vocation, let's say like diploma or bachelor to master's degree, like transitioning to master's degree, do you also offer discount rates?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So will it be like an automatic, will be receiving an offer letter with a discount rate on that application, or we need to check with your admission if we can apply for discount rates
Yeah,
for package programs?
yeah. We need to they need to assess first and then they
Okay.
will let us know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense. Um, Other questions, guys, or any clarifications while Irfan is still here? Discounts, anything, visas, or even entry and English requirement. Oh, by the way, Irfan, there are a
Yeah.
few institutions that do accept one retake for
Oh yeah.
IELTS. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
You okay?
We're
That's
okay with
good.
that. Yeah,
All
we're
right.
okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great, great. Um, Others? Maybe while waiting for a few more minutes, maybe some of our attendees are still checking their notes. So for anything you need from SPI or Sydney Polytechnic Institute, but definitely guys, this again from with our previous webinars and our upcoming webinars, everything is recorded. We'll be sharing this one. And Irfan, I would really appreciate it if you can share your presentation with me so we can
Sure.
share it along with our agent partners.
Sure.
And yeah, so recorded, we'll be sharing this one after few days with Irfan's presentation slides. And if you want or if you wish to have a webinar with your potential students, do let me know. I'll be reaching out to Irfan and we'll be arranging that webinar. And
Sure.
maybe if Irfan can pay a visit for here in the Philippines,
Yeah.
we'll definitely be inviting you guys, whether you're in Manila or we will be traveling in Cebu or other major cities or even outside the major cities for a workshop or info session with you or together with your students.
Yeah. Definitely,
So,
definitely,
yes.
Pauline. I never been to the Philippines, to be honest, but I have a couple of good colleagues there, from the previous institution that I worked with. So, and I've also met a couple of new colleagues when I was in Yes Edu Summit in Bali. So I met Patrick.
Yes.
I met Patrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, good buddy. Yeah, so definitely I will visit you as soon as possible because I only have yes in the Philippines and then another three agent partners in the Philippines. So I need to work with you very, very well. So that's why, yeah, I will definitely. I supposed to had my last um, um, expo with Progress, but
Yes.
I had a crash schedule back then, so I have to give up the. I have to use. Well, I have my colleague there, in the Philippines, but she's not in a recruitment team. She basically doing the marketing and digital, but she's a local.
I see. Oh, we have Irfan. We'd
Yeah.
have I think this would be the last question, but if you have any other questions, guys, please type it in here. Is your Bachelor of Engineering accredited by Engineers
Oh yeah.
Australia?
Yeah.
Yes.
ACS. Yeah. I. What is the
The
organization again? I
body
forgot.
of engineering, yes, I
Yeah. Yeah.
actually forgot about that one as
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
it is accredited.
Accredited. Definitely. Definitely.
Okay. All right.
This one, EA, Engineers
Um,
Australia. Engineers Australia.
okay, another other questions. I'm sorry.
It's accredited from Engineers Australia, EA.
Okay, perfect. There you go, guys. It's pretty, your courses are pretty in demand as well and popular here in the Philippines. So hopefully we can bring in numbers to you guys. Our counselors are here, but definitely we'll be working closely together and we'll be sharing everything to our agent partners.
Yeah.
So
I will
yes.
also share the flyers if you don't mind later on, Pauline.
Yes, please. Yes,
Yeah.
please. I'll be sharing it to all our agent partners, even those who were not able to attend as well.
Sure. Sure.
All right, I think we can wrap this up, and it's a very quick webinar during the midweek, and we really appreciate your time, Irfan. We appreciate all the people who are here, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow for another webinar. This time in Canada, because you mentioned Patrick, it would be Patrick's institution
Okay.
yes, tomorrow.
Please send my regards to Patrick. I have his number, but yeah, please send my regards to Patrick.
Definitely. All right.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
everyone.
so much,
Thank you so much.
everyone, and have a great
Yes,
day
agent
and have a
partners.
great
Thank you,
week.
Pauline. Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yes, see you around. Thank you,
Bye bye.
everyone. Have a great
Thank you.
day. Bye.
Bye bye.